Good evening and welcome to TVM-News. Today is Wednesday, February 22nd. I'm Alex Weidner.
And I'm Kaitlin Korgeski. This week we bring you the latest happening in the Marywood-University community and new inductees in the Marywood Athletics Hall of Fame.
Students parked on campus are on high alert after a series of thefts last week. 2 cars parked in the Maxis Lane resident lots were stripped of their catalytic converters sometime last Monday. Catalytic converters are part of a car's exhaust system and they contain platinum, which aids the process of eliminating pollutants and has a high market value. Excuse me. Dunmore police are investigating the thefts and campus safety are patrolling the targeted lots more frequently.
A tradition continued this week for Marywood nursing students, the 3rd annual Blessings of the Hands. President Sister Mary Persico, the nursing department's chairperson, and faculty members honored sophomore nursing students who will soon apply their classroom studies to the field. Sister Catherine Luxner blessed the hands of the nursing faculty members and students for their future as caregivers.
Marywood faculty members are continuing the Talk of the University series this semester. The first event was held on Monday. The topic is executive orders. Pacers for Peace and Justice sponsored the talk, which took place in the upper main dining hall of the Nazareth Student Center. Dr. Adam Sprinson and Dr. Aaron Sadlak hosted and addressed questions about what executive orders are, how they work, and how the legal system deals with them.
Many volunteer opportunities have been announced. Campus Ministry is looking for donations of your gently used prom dresses. Cinderella's Closet has been helping underprivileged teenagers with inexpensive, beautiful prom dresses to make their prom night a very special one. Drop off your dresses to Campus Ministry or Cinderella's Closet on March 19th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Marketplace at Steamtown.
Marywood juniors are encouraged to nominate themselves for the St. Catherine Medal. An email sent to students on Monday included the application and deadline information for students interested in applying for the award. The medal is awarded annually to one student for showing leadership and service commitment. Those applications are due today.
Believe it or not, spring break is only 2 weeks away. Undergraduate housing will close on Saturday, March 11th at 10 a.m. and will reopen on Sunday, March 19th at 10 a.m. Residents who wish to remain on campus during spring break are asked to fill out an application posted on the Housing and Residential Life webpage no later than Friday, March 3rd at 4:30 p.m. Up next, after this short message, we'll be right back with Carly with what's happening at Marywood now, right after this.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees?
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
What are you, superheroes?
Just 4 brothers who hate bullies and love this city.
Gear up, guys.
Open up your books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
About inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Welcome back to TVM News. Let's check in with Carly for the latest entertainment and events happening on campus.
Our art lovers were content with the art gallery held at Marywood from February 10th to March 5th. The gallery contained wood prints from student projects from the semester. The collection of works explored the range of image-making techniques and effects that are possible with wood cuts. The products also included additional mixed media processes. For more information about the art gallery, look at Marywood's website at marywood.edu. If you love getting involved with sports and having fun with friends, on Saturday, February 25th, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., there will be an intramural dodgeball tournament held in the Insalaco Arena. The Athletic Training Club will be holding this event for students to get a chance to have fun and win. You better bring your throwing arm if you are attending. If you are concerned about your eating habits, come to the eating disorder screening tomorrow from 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. The screening will be in McGowan Psychological Services Center and is open to the public and all ages. The screening is confidential, anonymous, and free. You can stop by any time during the day and no appointments are needed. And that is all for Marywood's upcoming weekly events. Back to you at the desk.
Find out more from TVM News when we come back.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be?
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck.
So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
So Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to. Where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Welcome back to TVM News. Here's the latest in national news. As lawmakers head back to their districts for the congressional recess, many of them are facing tough questions. Big issues include President Trump's immigration order. I'm not on the camera though, so I don't know if they want me to keep reading or... Okay. Big issues include President Trump's immigration order, Russia and the Affordable Care Act. Iowa Republican Senator Joni Ernst faced some protesters at public event for veterans. Crowds started chanting when Senator Ernst started talking about Russian President Vladimir Putin.
One police officer was killed, another wounded in a shootout Monday in Whittier, California, near Los Angeles. It happened when the two police officers responded to a traffic accident. CNN's David Lopez has the story.
Keith Boyer was a 27-year veteran of the Whittier Police Department. He was shot and killed, despite wearing a bulletproof vest, when he was answering what he thought was a routine traffic accident. The officer who was with him, 3-year veteran Patrick Hazel, also wearing a vest, was wounded and is expected to recover, and the suspect was shot and also expected to recover. Police say this is the 26-year-old suspect who shot the two officers and killed Boyer.
A long rap sheet
He's out in a serious, really a serious kind of crime, but he's released right away. That's just the way it works, and he was on an early release, so he got kicked out of jail pretty quick.
They also say that he possibly murdered someone in East LA early this morning and then stole his car and wound up driving into the Whittier area near Friendly Hills Country Club.
Is that car was taken out of East LA, and it looks like the suspect may be involved and has been identified in another murder that occurred there earlier that morning.
Detectives say when he reached Mar Vista Street in Whittier in the stolen car, he hit two other cars, causing an accident. And then he asked one for a ride. Did they actually frisk him? Did they get to him? And if they did, how did they miss the weapon?
I don't think they frisked him. I don't think they actually missed the weapon. I think they were in the process of they got him out of the car and we're going to pat him down for weapons. And that's when he pulled the gun, and that's when the gunfight started.
So they couldn't have been more than 10, 15 feet apart at the time then, correct?
Yeah, they were very close range.
Detectives say they were shot in the body, and the suspect was also wounded. Neighbors say they heard anywhere from 4 to 8 shots. Detectives won't say how many shots were actually fired, but they do say both officers had no idea that the suspect was armed and dangerous. In short, they were ambushed.
President Donald Trump started this week with a new national security advisor. Lieutenant General H.R. McMaster was with Trump in Mar-a-Lago on President's Day to make the announcement. McMaster is the first active-duty military officer to be the new national security advisor since General Colin Powell, who served during the final years of the Reagan administration. McMaster has served tours of duty in Germany, Asia, and Iraq, and commanded troops during the First Gulf War, receiving the Silver Star for his role commanding the tank during the Battle of 73 Easting, one of the biggest tank battles since World War II.
After last week's dam break scare in Oroville, California, severe weather once again threatened the northern part of the state. AccuWeather reported that heavy wind and rain would enter the area earlier this week. The weather was expected to cause flooding as well as the risk of mudslides. The risk of overflow at Oroville has been significantly reduced since emergency crews began draining the reservoir last week.
We are currently under an evacuation warning condition, which tells people that they need to be prepared to evacuate at an immediate, at a moment's notice if we up it to an immediate evacuation order. The threat of that at this point is significantly reduced. Quite frankly, we are in a much better position today than we were last week, and I feel better about that, but I want to make sure that people are paying attention.
The severe weather affected other parts of California this week. Los Angeles Times reports that heavy rain on Tuesday caused the worst flooding the city of San Jose has seen in a century, and at least 14,000 people were asked to evacuate from the area. As of today, floodwaters are still high, and people are being urged to stay out of the affected areas until flooding goes down.
Monday was definitely an interesting President's Day as protesters gathered in the streets of predominantly New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Atlanta, Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., and Chicago, stating, "He is not my president." The rallies sparked outrage from many disagreements of President Donald Trump's latest policies, including the travel ban. President Donald Trump did not respond to the rallies.
That's all this week for national news. When we come back, we'll have the 7-day weather forecast and the latest updates in Marywood sports.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt. There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
I dare you. I dare you to change the world. Yeah, you. Getting that college education.
I dare you to be somebody important.
Like be a teacher or a reality TV star. I dare you to stand up here.
To call the shots.
To be a role model.
An inspiration. An innovator.
To be a teacher.
Think you can change my life?
Make me excited about science like you.
Have a career that really means something?
Then do it.
I dare you.
What this place needs is better graduation rates.
What this place needs is less childhood obesity.
What this place needs is free healthy taxes.
What this place needs is healthy breakfast.
What this place needs is fitness programs for kids.
What this place needs is early readers.
What this place needs is mentors for teens.
What this place needs is people to join us. What this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org.
Welcome back to TVM News. What does the rest of this week's weather look like? Let's check in with Sam for the forecast.
This is Sam Dauenhauer with your 7-day Scranton, Pennsylvania weather forecast. Today we have a few clouds left over from the brief shower we had this morning and a slight breeze from the southwest. The current high is 57 degrees and the low is 45 degrees. Tomorrow, surprisingly warm outside, though by night there will be a buildup of clouds. That high will be 64 degrees and the low will be 47. Friday, things will stay warm and clouds will be sporadic throughout the day with some wind from the south. The high will be 65 and the low will be 56. Saturday, we'll have some stronger winds and rain with a 66% chance of a storm in the morning, but things should calm down by night. High 62, low 32. Sunday, the bitter cold returns with wind from the west, but only a few clouds to be seen. The high will be 38 and the low will be 26 degrees. Monday, some ice in the morning, but not enough for any cancellations. We'll get only a glimpse of the sun before nighttime. High 38 and a low of just 24 degrees. Lastly, on Tuesday, cloudiness and slight rain throughout the day and a little extra snow in the afternoon. That high will be 42 and the low 34 degrees. That's all for now. Until next week, back to the desk.
Thanks, Sam. Coming up next, the entire 1986-87 women's basketball team is being inducted into the Athletic Hall of Fame 30 years later, and much more after this short break.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Thanks for tuning in to TVM News. Here's the latest highlights with Nicolo on Marywood and national sports.
The entire 1986-87 women's basketball team and Jamie Valle are the latest inductees of Marywood-University's Athletic Hall of Fame. This is the 21st class to be inducted into the prestigious group. The 1986-87 women's basketball team was the first team to qualify for the Division III NCAA tournament. Coach Jerry Dempsey accepted the award for the team. Valle has the most wins in women's tennis program history. She has 109 total wins with 55 singles victories. Valle was a team captain, a 3-time team most valuable player, and both the singles and doubles champion. During Valle's time on the court, the Pacers were 43-14. The recipients received the plaque from Marywood's president, Sister Mary Persico, and Director of Athletics and Recreation, Dr. Mary Jo Gunning. Marywood's men's and women's swimming and diving teams both placed 5th in the landmark championships in Boyd, Maryland. The men's team finished with a score of 301 1/2 points, while the Catholic University of America won with a score of 809 points. The women's team finished with 351 points. Susquehanna University won for the 7th straight year with a score of 842 points. Highlights for the Pacers included breaking many school records. On the women's side, Virginia Cobb set new records in the 100 and 200 free. Mia Nardone set a record in the 200 individual medley. Julia Randolph set records in the 400 individual medley and 200 backstroke. And Kourtney Snyder set the all-time mark for the 1-meter dive. The women's 400 and 800 free relay team set records as well. For the men's team, Justin Stonier set a new best on the 3-meter diving board. The men's lacrosse and men's and women's track and field teams were in action this week. The men's lacrosse team opened their season with a matchup against Elizabethtown College. The men kept it close until a run of 9 straight goals by Elizabethtown dealt the Pacers a disappointing start to their season with a 12-3 loss. The women's lacrosse team will begin its season Saturday against Alvernia College. The last indoor track and field meet for this year's men's and women's track and field teams was held at Susquehanna University. The event saw the women's team break 12 school records, and the men's team set 7. Tyler Shadow tied for first place in the high jump, and Nick Badinsky came in second in the 5K for the men's team, while Kelby Cole secured a 7th-place finish in the 3K for the women's team. No team score was taken, but the track and field teams will be back at Susquehanna in about a month's time for their first outdoor meets of the season. The Marywood women's basketball team is coming off a stellar regular season that resulted in a Colonial States Athletic Conference first team All-Star selection for Gab Giordano and a Coach of the Year honor for Tara Machaco. The team will look to bring that same level of play into the CSAC playoffs. The Pacers have secured the #1 seed and home court advantage throughout the CSAC playoffs. The Pacers will get a first-round bye and play the lowest remaining seed in the playoff field, Cabrini University, tonight. While the Pacers' last game resulted in an end to their 13-game winning streak at the buzzer, the women will look to defend their home court in playoff action tonight. The best players in the National Basketball Association gathered in New Orleans this weekend for the NBA's All-Star Weekend. The events began last Friday with the Celebrity Game and the Rising Stars Challenge, which pitted Team US against the world in a game of young NBA talent. The world prevailed 150-141. All-Star Saturday Night followed with players competing in the skills competition, 3-point contest, and dunk contest. The skills competition was won by Knicks forward Kristaps Porzingis. The 3-point contest saw Eric Gordon take home the trophy, and Glenn Robinson III walked away with the top honors in the dunk contest. A nice moment was had when various NBA players and celebrities came out to shoot 3-pointers for the Sager Strong Foundation, which ended in Craig Sager's son laying up the ball after being helped by Shaq to make the donation $500,000. In the NBA All-Star Game on Sunday, the Western Conference beat the East 192-182, with 52 points being poured in by hometown hero and eventual most valuable player, Anthony Davis. That's all for this week. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Nicolo. Washington has said bye-bye to one of its biggest stars. Bao Bao is a 3-year-old giant panda female born at the Smithsonian's National Zoo in 2013, and Monday took the long journey to her new home in China. CNN's Kristen Holmes joins us from the National Zoo in D.C.
Bao Bao has officially begun her journey to China. Earlier today, we saw her being wheeled by in a roughly 4 by 6 foot crate. Now that was loaded into a FedEx truck and taken to that special Panda Express plane just outside of D.C. Now that plane has taken off from the airport and Bao Bao is en route to her new home. Now, this is a bittersweet moment for many here at the zoo, volunteers and animal trainers who have been with the panda since she was born when she was just about the size of a stick of butter. But everyone we talked to is also excited for this new chapter. They knew she would be eventually moving to China to participate in a breeding program. Now, Bao Bao's trip is no easy feat. It's a 16-hour flight, but she is ready. Animal trainers have been getting her used to this crate for weeks, putting it in her pen and letting her get comfortable, eventually closing doors to make sure she wasn't scared. And traveling with her today, one of those trainers who's actually been with her since her birth, as well as a veterinarian to keep a close eye on things. And unlike most of us, Bao Bao has no carry-on restrictions, and those traveling with her are bringing roughly 55 pounds of her favorite snacks, including sweet potatoes and bamboo. That trainer will stay with her for a bit just to make sure she gets adjusted. And here at home, her brother Bebe is essentially moving into his big sister's room just as the zoo starts getting ready for mating season. Everyone keeping their fingers crossed that Bao Bao and Bebe's parents will bring a new little panda to the U.S. In Washington, I'm Kristen Holmes.
Bao Bao is the cutest panda I have ever seen.
Yeah, it's nice to see such a beautiful creature being returned to where it belongs.
It sounds like they're really taking great care of her.
Yep. Well, on behalf of all of the TVM-News cast and crew, thanks for tuning in. Follow TV-Marywood on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram for more Marywood-University news.
Have a good week, and we'll see you next Wednesday at 5 p.m. here at TVM News.